So let's see if the customer ordered the right parts for his 5-horse Sea King carburetor rebuild. So we'll open this up and see what we got. Anyway, that's probably the packing. That's our new needle. This is the repair kit. And maybe the packing even comes with it. It might. But I wasn't sure, and I told him call him and ask him, and if not, send the packing washers, you know, for the high-speed and low-speed needle adjustments. You got to have those. I think they're in there though. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, I think. But unless those are for the carburetor, but I don't know. I don't think so. They're supposed to have a float in there. Is there a float in there? Yeah, there it is. It's just hard to see. And the new carburetor gasket. Looks right. Looks from the pattern I had before. Sure looks like it. So, all right, we'll get this thing installed and see what happens. I did want to take a look at that needle, though. That looks like originally the original paperwork from, yeah, it's OEM. So, good way to go. Never buy anything that's not OEM if you can help it. Yep, that's the right needle. So that's what I needed. And the old one was so worn out at that tip. So this might be the remedy all by itself, but I know it was that carburetor was so dirty, it needed to be, definitely needed to be cleaned anyway. So anyway, all these improvements should make that thing run well. So we'll see. There we go. Okay, now we got it. And you want it to hang just like that. Okay, so far so good, I guess. The new kit, oh, there's the pin. I was going to say the kit didn't come with it, but it did. It's in this part of the kit. I see the little pin that holds the float arm down. Now the float is not adjusted properly because it looks to me like it's tipping at the front. You can see there's a bad angle on that. I mean, this way not so bad, but you can see it's really not, it's not level like it's supposed to. Actually, it's this tab here. Probably needs to be bent up a little bit like that. A little bit goes a long way. Okay. Actually, a little bit too much now. So you got to keep playing with that till it's level. And it just takes slight adjustments, very slight. Oh, that looks better. Okay. Yeah, to me that looks a lot better. Okay, now we'll take a look at the drop. You don't want that really to drag or touch the bottom of the bowl or any portion of the bowl, but there are specs to it. That looks a little bit much to me. And that's what adjusts the depth, is that little tab in the back. So what I'll do, I'll pop that back out and see if I can't adjust that without disturbing my other adjustment. Okay, float still looks level. And the drop looks a little bit better. Yeah, I like that better. Try again. I think I like that better. Okay. Well, we'll find out, right? This is the upper needle. This is the washer that just completely dissolved inside of there from the ethanol. Now you can see that's the old one, and there's the new one. Now I think they're made out of completely different things. I think this was cork or something. But look at the difference. Wow. And that goes over this Venturi, center Venturi tube, jet, whatever you want to call it. So that goes like that. So that would go like that. Okay, so I think we're just ready to put this back on. Like so. Just the 5 screws. I'm just hand tightening these. I'm not even really putting any torque on them at all. Just trying to get them to lay down and seat on there properly. We don't want to create any leaks. Now, could I ever use that old gasket? Maybe. But it looked like it was seeping anyway, and I really didn't want to mess with that. If we got a new gasket kit, let's get one, right? Okay. So, old parts, and these are the new ones. Old, new. Okay. I wanted to do a comparison, though. I wanted you to see the difference between the new needle and the old needle for the high-speed jet. Now, let's turn it around. Can you see the difference? That one's flattened right out. There's barely any point to it at all. There's a big, looks like a big gouge taken out of it. You can see it. So I don't think that was doing this engine any good. Yeah, it goes like that. So the bushing pushes the packing material into place just to seat it. Okay, that's gently seated. I didn't even hardly put any pressure on that. So about a 3/4 turn out. That should be factory set right there. 3/4 turn out from lightly seated. We'll play with that a little more too. So the top needle is lightly seated, and we're going to go, well, I'm just going to stick them in there, and we'll adjust them when I get it in the engine. Okay, we'll take the old intake gasket off. Look at the difference in that intake gasket. The old one is overlaid onto the front one, or the new one, and you can see that the hole is much different. I wonder if somebody put this on there. It was just had it in their stock or something and just made it work. Because if you look, it doesn't cover the hole completely. I mean, you can see it doesn't really match up. Let me go check it on the carburetor. Yeah, I mean, you can see it's even bigger than the carburetor opening when I overlay it on there. You can see there's, a ton of space. Now with the new one, it fits perfectly. So we're going with the new one. That might have been creating an air leak too, which would be a real bad thing. wonder if that needle is longer than the other one. Yeah, sure is. Yeah, it's longer. Damn, by a mile. Didn't realize that. Here's the needle they sent us. It's got the packing washer on it. And here's the needle. Yeah, I didn't even compare the lengths, but look at how much longer that one is. That's a problem. That's why I couldn't get it in there. That needle's too long. Yeah. I don't even think I can get my fingers in there. Well, at least they're not stainless. Oh, what a pain in the butt. They're easier getting them off than on, that's for sure. Hey, there we go. Well, you know, just contort your hand a little bit. It'll be all right. Just finger tight, but let me see if I can cinch it just a little bit so she don't come off. Okay, that's good enough. Back to the hard side. Could have took that linkage all off, I guess, but wow. Just get my finger in there to hold it now. Spin it on. Hey, is it on? Hey, that went on. What do you know? Miracles never cease. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's tight. That's what I wanted. This is the choke piece here. Pretty sure. Just gonna put these in loosely. These are the bushings for now. That went into the carburetor base. Not exactly sure what that plate's for. Maybe some sort of air dampener. I don't know. Like an air box, maybe. I don't know. Okay, it's in there loose, but okay, everybody. I wasn't able to get a lot of this on videotape, but because it's been such a bear. But I got the clip back in here. I had to use. Let me see here. I had to use, if you can see it, a cotter pin that I, found in my stock, brand new, but aluminum. Because that cotter pin down there, I lost it. It's so tiny. And there's two clips here, one on this side, one on this side. You can, if you can see it, one there. That's a newer modern clip that I put. It's just like an E-clip. But that's the kind of clip it had on there, just one of them steel ones. And I lost that too. So, but the E-clip works. It holds it in place. So basically, when I throttle up, it holds that lever right where it needs to be. So hopefully this thing will run. We'll get it started, see if we can get it to run and run well, hopefully. So anyway, stay tuned. Yeah, wow, my focus really went out. But yeah, okay. So I've got the armature's hooked up. I don't know where these adjustments are going to fall, but we'll see what happens when I get it running and try to tune it up. Okay, I got the fuel line hooked up. It's the 24:1 ratio. So I want to see how it's going to perform here or react. Now I don't have the high-speed jet linkage hooked up, but I'll turn that as I need to and then try to find a good setting for it, at least a rough setting for now. We're gonna put this on start, and so it's on start, and we'll choke it. And I pumped the primer already. Let's see, a little bit. Let's see. There we go. I don't see any leaking fuel anywhere, so that's a good sign. Let me turn my fan vent on in case we get lucky and it starts. Water levels up. What do you know? Let's see if we can choke it. Three-quarter turnout from the high speed, and 1.5 turnout from the slow speed. I actually started it in gear. Probably not a good thing, but just a little bit and see what happens. So the setting's going to be, that'll be 1, that'll be 2. So as that turns it out, it'll be more lean going that way. We'll lean it out some more, but that needle is almost seated now. That was lightly seated, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. That should start to stammer and lean out and stall, I think. Seems to run pretty good right there, but so I'm going to say try and get that straight up at that setting. Now, that's as far as you'll be able to turn it, clockwise. But as you bring it this way, we're enriching it more, and it doesn't seem to do much, but that's where we're going to leave it. Idling in gear now. Now when I throttle up, I don't know if that lower needle is what the center needs to be, but we'll see. Timing mark there, right on the mark. Start it again. I see some fuel spitting out of the hose here. So I see there's probably a break in that hose. Probably could use a new line. Maybe I've got some new line up there to use. Yeah, it's a little big. It's a little big for this. I might have to cut it back some more. I saw it squirting out the side of it. I don't know if it was from a tear in the hose or okay, I think I got it adjusted decent to where I can put it in gear and it gets up to RPM and idles pretty good. That's an idle speed, controlling speed. It's got that lead squeeze. Let's see if I can just go in again. It's no choke. It chokes all the way in. the notch up on the cam pin here. Still in gear. Out of gear now, it's in neutral. Slow the idle speed down a little bit, either by adjusting the how lean or how rich it is. If you go too much, it'll start to lean squeeze or run rough. Now that's a low idle in gear, forward gear. Start to get that lean squeeze, you just enriching it on the idle. I think you don't need to mess with the high-speed air mixture here. I think that's pretty much where it needs to be. We're in here, if we give it throttle. Once this thing's, you know, ridden or taken out in the water and ran, you know, maybe the rings will start to free up a little bit better, or maybe it'll run better all the way around. Right now, I think that's as good as I can get it. You know, it's probably got points and condenser and you know, coils in there that probably could be tuned up, but at this point, I don't think the owner wants to mess with that yet. So we just want to see if we get it running. And to be perfectly honest, I think it's there. So anyway, stay tuned for the next episode and see what's coming next. I have no idea. Maybe I think there's a little 5-horse I'm supposed to get, or maybe a 7-horse, I don't know, Mariner I'm supposed to work on. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Since he's got a bad start, he can't get it running, so I think he's a duck cutter, so he likes to have his boat ready. So I think I'm going to say this is done, it's complete, and to call the owner, he can come get it. And I hope he's happy with it. So, thanks for watching.